Clingy men and clingy women, do not choose a person that has high goals, high purpose, because they're literally men and women that get they're very uncomfortable when you're not always wanting to talk to them or always engage with them, always do something with them, right? And that time threshold is different for everybody. Some people, I miss people who are literally, as soon as maybe he has to go to work, or she has to go to work, or he has to go to school, she has to go to school, or where the place is, maybe within the same hour, like they want a text, they want a call, or 2 hours, right? Everyone's different, but it's like a time where people feel like, man, it's like too quick a period of time before you want me to talk to you or contact you. And there's people even in the midst of a job, they are expecting some sort of communication, and if you don't give it to them, they're upset. Now, I guess it's different where two people are, like, say, high schoolers, teenagers. They're always at home, typically TV, phone, gaming. You can't really call them busy. That's different, right? But there's really clingy people, two clingy people who are always together, always clingy, and they see each other as a source of ultimate comfort and identity, and maybe for them that's okay, right? But there come a time where maybe someone is out and about and something happens, and an emergency, and then the clingy person makes accusations with the person. Why didn't you call me this time or talk to me this time, or and the whole thing can just blow up, because this person expected some sort of communication within this period of time, but there was an emergency, there was something that was not expected, so they jumped to conclusions rather than asking, well, what's up? How are you? I haven't heard from you. How you doing? And things, something like that, right? But there's people who have insecurities, maybe because they've been hurt in the past by exes, emotional voids was in the past, from maybe a parent wasn't there, but something is lacking, so they always look to that their partner to fill some sort of void within them, or to give them some sort of ease, and okay, thank you for saying something to me, texting me within this period of time. I mean, although they don't say that, but thank you for calling me or sending me a message or sending me a picture message, whatever it is, within this period of time, because it's like they don't feel like comfortable unless, but it's different, of course, if the man or woman has a history of doing things, shady things, and maybe cheating, maybe lying, maybe all these deep dark secrets, and that's been revealed, that's been shown that this man or woman obviously is very dishonest, not transparent, then yes, that person, I wouldn't blame a man or woman for wanting to always check up on the person, because you definitely need accountability if you are known to be a liar or a cheater, or always having all these dark secrets that's being revealed, and whoa, all these things. That's different. But then there's people that it's very dangerous when, like, a clingy person gets with a go-getter, gets with somebody that, no, my identity is not tied in you. The identity is not tied in that person, in that other person. The identity is tied in, hopefully it's God, is tied to a purpose, mission that's bigger than you, bigger than the clingy person. But a clingy person, most of them can't stand that, or it's hard for them to really accept that this person has, while their relationship should take priority, we're not denying that this go-getter has other priorities, other concerns, other things that, because the world does not revolve around anybody, not the go-getter, not the clingy person, not the person who has all these things, and of course there's a time when, of course, go-getter needs to stop with some of the roses and know what's important. Know that there's time to engage, of course, in the person. If the go-getter wants a relationship, right, that the person needs to invest in that, or obviously stay single. So there's a fine balance. There's a fine balance that needs to be sought, because once I think people in general typically don't want to feel like, oh, I didn't hear from you this time. Now there's accusations, and they're bringing up all these things and all these stories, and if that person, if someone really has a solid, clean reputation, and they're really a decent person, wow, chill. To be real, relax. Because now that person feeling like, wow, like, it's like a person feel like they can't do certain, they just gotta text this person at a certain time or call, or the person gonna be, their partner's gonna be all anxious and worried and upset, and that shouldn't be the case, right? But of course, in a day when two people are not seeing each other throughout the day, of course there should be some sort of communication, but there's a, and that's, people are different. People's time threshold is different. Somebody I just need to hear from you at least one time, one call for in a day. Some people's two, some people's every few hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. Everyone's different, but that must be, discussed. And if you're someone that really like, hey, listen, I can't be calling you every hour. I can't be texting you every hour, really. With the life I live, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Job, business, school, studying, and other people I'm, interacting with and helping. People got family, people got friends, people got all sorts of things that they got to deal with in this world. But that's what everybody got to know what that is. Just, how much should we really be communicating, and what's healthy, what's too much, because also everybody needs their own, I think, space. Everyone shouldn't be always clingy, and because your partner is not God, and that's too much for anyone to even try to live up to. Way too much. It's a lot of pressure on a fallible human being, right? So everyone must have realistic expectations of what they want from a partner, right? And if you're someone that's always need to talk to somebody, talk to your partner, clingy, or like pretty frequently, you need some healing. You're not ready. You're not ready for a relationship. You're not. While communication is healthy, when there's frequent, and everyone, that thing is different. Like I said, it's different. But there's come a time where it's like, wow, like every hour, or every half hour, there's always, and if you don't respond to that person, that clingy person, they're angry, they're upset, they're accusing you. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. So yeah, a lot of men, women find people who are attractive, who have goals, have aspirations that's outside of their partner. That's very attractive, because the whole, when someone feels like, man, I gotta show up in every single way for this person, and always be there, always be available, always, that could be very exhausting for somebody, very emotionally draining for somebody. So look, give people time to, relax and breathe, and be on their own for a bit, and before y'all come back together, and for those who are married, really talking about marriage here, but I know the people that are not married living together. So yeah, that's between you and your partner to really talk about, really think about, and process, and find that common solution, the common ground to get to. So all right, y'all. I love y'all. God bless you. In Jesus' name.